Hello, 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 hello. Give me one sec as I put some music on. I had to fix an issue with, actually, real quick, before we put music. Actually, no, let's put music. No, you know what? I'm gonna real quick just do a sound test before I put some music on, just to make sure everything is working. Okay. Okay, that should be good. Okay, music time. Let me set something up. Set this up. How is everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Okay. All right, you should be able to hear that. I might lower that down a little bit. But you should be able to hear that. It shouldn't be too loud. I put it just for the sake of... Okay. I put it for the sake of just making sure everything is working, which it should be working. Okay. All right, everything should be good. I'm gonna leave this here, and yeah, we're gonna... Actually, let me scroll down. So, happy Sunday, everybody. It has been a while. We are going to be doing some art, and I also want to try to kind of challenge myself a bit. I want to try to work on a piece of art and work on it for, at the very minimum, like maybe 3 hours, or until we somehow manage to get it done. But I doubt we'll get this done in 3 hours. So this piece here, these are two of my characters, specifically my character Cindy and her mother. And every month since January, I've been trying to work on a kind of like a monthly illustration. So for this particular piece, I had the idea of like, oh, they're gardening together, you know, because it's springtime and everything. And another thing I also wanted to do was, because recently Clip Studio dropped their newest update, which is the 4.0, and I bought the update, and I want to play around with some settings. There's two parts of it that in particular is like part of the update, which is there's a filter. They added like quick filters, which I'm actually going to test it right now for this particular sketch, because I saw something in that filter that I got interested in. And there's another filter called puppet warping, which I've been seeing it, and apparently it's like really like good for like making minor edits. So I'm going to be testing that. Well, or at least if I have to, I'll be checking it out. But because this is a piece that I've been meaning to get done, I'm like, all right, time to get some work onto it. Okay, so the first thing I'm actually gonna do is I'm actually gonna lower the hue of this. I mean, I'm gonna desaturate this because I think that's gonna make things a little easier. And yeah, we're basically just gonna be working on this. I'm actually gonna move it like this. This is actually I'm moving by like tablet screen. I have a little hand for it. But yeah, Clip Studio recently added like... Oh, there's effects too. Wait, what are effects? I think effects is what I want. Okay, this is the one I want. But yeah, basically what effects does is... Okay, I think this is... Okay, you can't really see it on my end, but basically it modifies it. Oh, this is the one I want. Extract lines. Yeah, this is the one I want. density. Okay, you can see it. Oh shit. Oh, it shows you. Okay, so this is the before and after. Okay, that's actually really good. That's actually helpful. Okay, we're gonna do that. So it basically does it where it makes your sketch, it extracts the lines of your sketch. And I want to do, what is it? I think this is the other feature. Actually, real quick, you know what? Let me go back to this. I think what I am gonna do, just to mess with this a little bit better, is I'm actually going to, where is it? I think it's called level correction. I think I'm gonna mess with this a bit. Because I want to do something where I don't have to, like, I was thinking of, like, rather than going through the process of, oh yeah, I showed you Oaxaca. What I was thinking of is, instead of just doing like a line art, I think I want to keep the sketch, but make some modifications. Oh my god. Not that joke. But yeah, what I want to do is make, like, instead of, see, that actually looks really good too. Like, instead of taking the sketch and just doing a line art filter, I was thinking instead of just taking, like, cleaning the sketch up a bit. Because I think for me, I kind of want to keep, like, the, Alright, what if I do, what would happen if I did that and then do this? You know what? Yeah, we'll do that. Because, yeah, I think what I would like to do is I want to, like, clean the sketch up rather than, like, oh, we're gonna, like, instead of, oh, we're gonna just do line art, I think I actually want to keep, like, the authenticity of the sketch, but just clean it up a bit. What would actually happen? Let me test something else. Excuse me. Oh. Okay, this is like line width. Alright, I don't want it to be thick. You know what? I think this is fine. I think what I will do is I'm just gonna, yeah, I think I'm just gonna clean the sketch a bit. I don't want to, like, do too much. I just gotta find, like, the right, let's see. I know recently I also got, like, a new, what is it? Like, a new pen? Ooh, that actually, wait, this pen actually kind of matches. Yeah, that actually matches perfectly. The rough pen? Okay, we're gonna go with that. But yeah, I think basically rather than, because with these two references I made, all I really did with these two was basically I cleaned up the sketch. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. We're just gonna clean up the sketch. Oh, you know what? You know what I should do too is also, let's, just to make this a little bit more easier, hold up. What? I'm just gonna darken this a bit. I think in the previous process it only made it like it made it a little bit grayish, so I think now this should just be fine. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let me zoom out And yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. We're just gonna clean the sketch up a bit. Like I said, what my goal for today in this stream is gonna be is I want to work on this for at the very minimum 3 hours. Or if we somehow manage to finish this, but I doubt we're gonna finish this in 3 hours. So I think it kind of makes better sense to just focus on, like, you know, at the very least, get the, like, work on this for 3 hours. And then... And like I said, like, yeah, that actually blends in super well, so... Like, I wanted to stream. I was gonna originally stream yesterday, but the thing was that, what happened was yesterday... Also, I might actually also switch to another, might switch my, setup up... Well, not setup, but basically, I might listen to my own music through, like, YouTube, so... I had to mess with the settings on my scanner. The picture of the US said too. The first thing I said, it was grayscale. Oh, yeah. Well, this is, I basically just took a photo and then, like, I uploaded it to Dropbox so that I could open it in my computer. I know it's not the best way of doing it, but, like, I technically have a scanner, but it's a little bit of a pain to, like, have to, like, go through the process. Like, if I wanted something super high quality, I do it, but because I was like, you know what, this is a sketch, it doesn't have to be, like, extremely high quality. That's why I don't, like, bother too much with it. Yeah, for this one, I'm just gonna try to, like, clean up the sketch a little bit just to make it a little bit more, like, a little bit more, like, I don't want to clean it up too much, but I want it to, like, at least be, like, a little bit more, yeah, like, a little bit more neater. Like, not too neat that it's, like, oh, like, it looks dulled down, but something that, like, makes it a little bit more like, oh, if I draw this, I could draw it and it'll look good, you know? Like, it'll, like, something that'll still keep the charm of it, but looks a little bit more cleaned up. Because I suffer from the problem where when I do line art, sometimes I overly clean everything, and then it's, like, the problem where, like, oh, the sketch looks way better than the line art, and I think... and this isn't something I tend to do with all of my pieces. Like, there are some pieces where I do want it to have a much cleaner look, but this is just to keep, like, the charm of the piece without, like, compromising the uniqueness of the line art. I wouldn't say that's laziness because I'm still doing a process of cleaning the sketch. Like, if I mean, I know you're joking around with that, but, like, I also would argue that cleaning a sketch is just as much work. Unless you're talking about something else. But I wouldn't really call this process laziness because you're still going through the effort of, like, you still gotta do a lot of cleaning up. Like, there's still work. Oh, not scanning. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about that. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about this process. You're talking about the scanning. See, okay, well, I wouldn't say taking a picture. I would never say you're lazy with your work. Well, okay, to be fair, like, here's the thing. I could scan it. The thing is, it's not hard. It's that the thing is, here's the problem. Here's the actual problem. I know you have a passion and drive in what you do. No, I know you just joke around with that stuff. I get it. Though I would make the argument that, like, here's the thing about scanning versus using a phone. The thing is, I keep a lot of my sketches in a sketchbook, And the thing is that when I put that book in the scanner, it's like really like, how do I explain? Like, I don't know if how you do it, but the thing with me is like, I don't rip the papers out of my sketchbook. I like to keep everything neat in my sketchbook. So I have to put the whole book in my scanner, and it's like a process on its own. And then on top of that, I have to go through like windows upon windows upon windows of settings and checking how things are gonna look out. And it's just, oh, it's like, I never scanned a sketchbook. Oh, okay. See, that's the first problem I have is like, I keep everything in a sketchbook. So like, that would be an issue for me. And second of all, it's like, I have to go through a lot when like with taking a photo. Here's the thing, when I do take a photo, I go through reams and reams of paper. Do you at least have like a folder or like something to keep everything together? Because, oh my God, that's a lot. Not that using paper is bad, like that's completely fine and valid, but like, I would assume you at least keep it in like a folder or binder or something like that. But yeah, like, oh, I have my Mario folders. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, to go back on the scanner thing, the thing with my phone is like, okay, I will say this. When I take photos, I still have to position them in a certain way. I don't just snap a photo like that. I still have to like, I also have to mess with some filters too. But like, I just find that with the camera, it's a little bit more convenient and it's more like I still have to go through filters. It's just that that process is a little bit more convenient than having to go through my, my scanner. Plus, my scanner is like under my desk. So like, I have to always bend my ass over just to use it. And it's like, ugh. When it's a lot. Like the only time I will use a scanner over a phone is if like I have a piece that is gonna be like a very intricate piece that's like, oh, this needs to be scanned. Or if I'm like using, if I'm testing something and it requires like a process, then I would do it. But like in this case, since I'm like, you know what, but like it's like if I'm working on something complicated, then I would use a scanner, or if I'm like testing something. But for the most part, like, I mean, it's a scanner and a printer, so that's why I have it, because it has a, it's mainly a printer that also has a scanner feature, so that's what it really is. All right, let me see how it looks. Okay, that's really clean, actually. Might make the nose a little bit. Let me see something. All right. Okay. Actually, wait, there's another thing I could do. Hold on. Where's that one tool? I think I can. Okay, so I can also do this. Okay. Okay, I gotta remember that. All right. I think for the most part, I think. Actually, let me fix this. Oh, you know what? I think I can fix it like this, if I remember correctly. There we go. There we go. Have a scanner printer fax combo deal. Oh, so you have like the entire, it's like the big thing, the big guy. Oh my God. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the entire 3 hours is like just me fixing this. Okay, let me... I gotta say though, I am a little bit excited for next month because next month is when they're showing the Switch 2. Like it's like the beginning of next month is the announcement of the Switch 2. And I'm like legit excited for that. I'm like, oh my god, it's here. Low key, I'm praying that like at my job during that time, I can like, I'll either be in an area where I could like work privately and then I could just sneakingly watch it, or, well, I'll probably, if anything, I'll probably do it during break because it might be like, it might be one of those directs that's probably gonna be like, I don't know, like 30 or 40 minutes long. You know, sometimes the ones with the, like those kinds of directs are definitely gonna be very long. So I'm very curious about that. Just excuse yourself to the bathroom like you always do. I don't always excuse myself to the bathroom. See, with the Pokemon Direct, the only reason I did that was because I figured that the Direct was going to be like, it's usually like no more than 20 minutes. And during my job, and you know what's funny? During that day, my manager wasn't there. He came late that day. So I actually had a perfect excuse to like run off to the bathroom. The only problem is that now my work is gonna start getting a little bit busy. So like, my work's gonna start getting a little bit busy. So like, I might have to like just wait until either my break time. Then again, you know what I could also do? You know what I could also do, honestly? I could always just, like, here's the thing, and I know this is something that I don't want to do so often, but, like, sometimes when I take my 15-minute break, like, nobody really pays attention. Nobody pays attention to how long you take your 15 minutes, so, like, honestly, for me, the 15-minute could literally be like 20 minutes, but nobody really pays attention to that. So honestly, I could just do that too. But anyways, I am excited for it, you know? Oh my god. Okay, I'm actually gonna try to focus on this more. If I go a little bit quiet, I know it's not really good to go quiet while you stream, but since I'm working on like a little bit of art, I do want to try to like I said, I'll try. I'm gonna try to stream today for at least 3 hours because I do want to get this stuff done. And I do think this piece would be a perfect way to like stream, like get work done. So it's one of those things where like I do want to get stuff done. That's why I was like, you know what? I let me go through with this stream because today's a day where it's like I don't have too much to do. Later on, I do have to like go out, but it's really just to like go get food and also to put gas in my car. I have money put aside for pre-order of the Switch 2. Oh my god. How much do you think it's gonna cost? Like, how much do you think it's actually gonna cost? Like, some people... 500? Like, 499? Some people say it might be 400. Some say it's like 450. Like, around 400 to 500. Oh my god. If I remember correctly, the original Switch was like 300 and then the OLED version was 350. So it wouldn't be completely far-fetched if the price was between 400 to 500. Like, that would make sense. All right, so the face is pretty much good. Now we just gotta do these. I'm gonna be surprised if the box. Oh my god. It can't be worse than the PS5 Pro. Oh yeah, that was like mad controversial. Yeah, no, the PS5 Pro, everybody was like... everybody was straight up like saying like, yo, this shit's a ripoff. Like, oh my god. Wouldn't be surprised if the box was empty. Oh my god. They just give you an empty box. That reminds me of like an article I read once, like a long time ago, where like some kid wanted a Switch, or like not a Switch, a Wii, and like they went to GameStop, and GameStop ended up giving him like an empty box or some shit like that. It was crazy. It was like during the time when like it was hard to get a Wii, and I'm like, yo, that shit's crazy. Let me fix this a bit. I'm curious about Microsoft's supposedly upcoming handheld. Oh yeah, don't they have like, it's not like a Steam Deck, right? It's like a completely separate handheld. Because the Steam Deck is more specifically for like for Steam games, but I guess this handheld is supposed to be for like, it's like their Xbox equivalent. Just like how Sony had like the PSP and the Vita. All right. Let me fix this. And so it sounds like COVID in Japan. Wait, what do you mean by that? Like, it sounds like COVID in Japan. Like, it's not that popular, or like, I don't get that. I mean, I guess it would depend on like how available it would be and all that stuff. Would you buy COVID? Oh, that's what you mean. I'm like, what do you mean it sells like COVID? Like, wait, that doesn't... What are you talking about? I know what you mean now. You mean like, oh, it's unpopular. That was my first assumption, but I'm like, what the hell do you mean it sells like COVID? But I'm assuming, like, yeah, it's like, I mean, it is like an American... It's more like a North American product. Like, I would assume that places like maybe like Europe might be the second bestseller, but yeah, like it kind of makes sense. Like in a place like Japan, where already you have like Nintendo, and then you also have like PlayStation. Like that makes sense that like Xbox isn't like super big there. It sells horrid. I feel like the thing is, too, with the games, it's like now we don't really have a lot of console exclusive games anymore. And even the ones that are exclusive, it's like, even still, like most of that is kind of gone. So that's another thing, too. Like, most stuff that was exclusive to one game, now you could kind of play it anywhere. There are timed exclusives. Oh yeah, I know that shit. Where it's like, oh, it's exclusive for like what, maybe 2 years, and then afterwards it gets ported. That's what happened with Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It was like an Apple Arcade exclusive, and then it got ported to the Switch. Low-key, I'm hoping they do the same thing with like the Sonic Dream Team game that's on Apple Arcade. If that gets ported to like the Switch or like to Steam, I would play the hell out of it. Trying to remember how I did this. All right. All right, real quick. Okay, so far so good. Let me save this. Let me real quick. I might switch the music. Well, what I was gonna do is I'll leave the music for this, and then I think I'm gonna play my own music, but I have to switch it to a different thing. Oh my god. No, chat, that's his delusions telling him otherwise. That's him trying to take my narrative. Oh my god, that sounds way meaner than it actually is. No, he's just stealing my story and modifying it to his own. That's so fucked up. Oh my god. That's like the most messed up thing you could do, but... Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna put my own music. I'm gonna leave this music and then I'm just gonna switch to different headphones, so yeah. Okay, let me see. Probably in the future when it's like maybe for the next Black Friday, I want to invest in like maybe update. I have like two well, one of them is technically earphones, but it's like these earphones I got that they're kind of like they're like the ones you use for exercise. Actually, no, I can do this too. Okay. All right, let me see. Time to... All right. Okay, so far, this is what I have. Let me get some water, too. You know how they make the earphones with the cat ears? Oh, yeah, those ones. They're cute, but like, who would wear one that had like the little antlers? I mean, that's a cute concept. I know during Christmas they make like the antlers for like the little antlers and stuff, so like that's a cute idea. All right, let me differentiate this a little bit. Where his bandana went, now we know. He left his bandana at the house. And she took it. Oh my god. He'll never miss it. Oh my god. All right, let me put my own music. I was like setting something up. Yeah, let's start with this. Oh. Whoops. I dropped my thing here. Okay, I got it. All right, let's continue. Whoops, sorry about that. You know what I've been doing recently? I've been playing Fantasy Life. I've been playing Fantasy Life for the DS because I've been like, you know, since the sequel game is coming out, and oh my god, I forgot how fun that game is. It's like this game, honestly, for a game that came out 10 years ago, like more than 10 years ago, it still holds up. It's so fun. Like, I was debating about 100%ing that game, but then I realized that that's probably gonna be ass to do. So like, honestly, what I figure I do instead is I'm gonna try to just beat the story again, just to kind of give myself a refresher. And I have the DLC. She never shuts up about it. It's a good game though. Okay, you're right, I don't shut up about it, but it's such a good game though. But like, the idea is that I think what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna just play it, and then just to get through the story, and then like there's a DLC that I got before the Nintendo eShop shut down, that it basically adds like an extra area. So I might just like try the extra area and see how it is. But the idea is that I figured, like, since the sequel's coming out, I wanted to replay the game before the sequel comes out and just like, you know, relive some good memories, because like I said, it's a really, really good game. Like, it is a really, really good game. Like, there's a small part of me that I low-key wouldn't mind if they port the original game to the Switch, but most likely I think they're just gonna only have like I think the sequel is gonna act as like one of those things where even if you don't play the original game, you can still experience it through the sequel. So like, I don't think they're gonna port it. It would be amazing if they did. I would not have complaints. I would replay that game. But like, most likely they probably aren't gonna do that. I think they're just gonna like rely on the sequel more. They added an extra 3 feet of land. Oh my god. But seriously though, I am very excited for the sequel coming out in a couple of months. I know it's gotten delayed multiple times, but honestly, I actually don't mind it, because if it means that they give time to like add some stuff. And the fact, here's the thing too, they are advertising. That's the thing. Whoops. Oh, give me one sec. Sorry, I like spoke too fast. That's the other thing too, is like, I feel like they've been advertising that game a lot. Like, I go online and I see a lot of like screenshots of it. So like, I feel like I don't think it is gonna get delayed anymore, because they're advertising it a lot. If the sequel does well, they might re-release the older one. I mean, we'll see. Like I said, I don't know if they would ever, like, if they plan to do that, but like, I would not mind it. I would absolutely be all for it. Sorry, I dropped something here. But yeah, like, Fantasy Life, I'm like currently hooked into that game. So like, I'm very, 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 like, I'm very into that game at the moment. I would love to stream it, but I don't have a capture card and I don't know how to, I don't want to like risk breaking my 3DS just to hack it. So I'm just playing it off stream for now. All right. Okay, let's get back to this. You know what? I'll erase this and I'll draw it onto it when I get to the coloring. You look like you're really focusing on this pic. Oh my god. I know sometimes the way it tints, I think it's also because of the current position. But yeah, it definitely does some interesting stuff, especially when I like go into the side. But it's because I have the thing set up in a way, but I don't mind it too much. I feel like this looks a little bit more natural, if you ask me, like because realistically, like usually I have it set up where I curve it a bit because it's a little bit more comfortable than like, oh, keeping it like 100% straight. Okay, I got that area done. Let's get this. Oh. Just gonna do a quick save. Don't want to lose anything. All right. Yeah, that looks pretty. That looks pretty nice. Okay. One other idea I almost had was like I wanted to like also do a hand cam stream where I draw, but I was like, you know what? It was much more easier for me to set this up, and because I had to work on this anyways, I figured, you know what? I don't mind showing people like an early preview of this. Like, this is a much more casual piece, so I figured it'd be like a nice thing. All right. Her assistant is out of town. Yeah, that's what it is. My assistant is out of town. Okay, that makes a little bit better sense. Okay, all right, well, Cindy is pretty much done. I'm just gonna fix this watering can up a bit, and then we'll get to her mother, Sheila. Okay, this thing is giving me a little... Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh my god, you know what I saw? You know what I saw? The other day I saw that, like... So, for people that don't know, you gotta put a design on it, the watering can, I mean. I'll probably do something when I color it in. Like, maybe I'll do a design when I'm in the coloring process. Just like with this bag of seeds, I'm gonna add something to it. So I'll probably put like a design on it. No, but the other day I was watching, I saw something online. You know how the oh, give me one sec, I need some water. I'll be real, you can tell that I haven't streamed often because my voice is already starting to feel tired from talking a lot. Oh my god. I apologize. Oh lord. Okay. What I was gonna say was, I saw on the news that that the new, so you know how Panty and Stocking, that anime, a few years ago they announced that they're making a sequel to it, like another season for it. And I saw on the news that they introduced 2 new characters. It's like these 2 fucking twinks named Polyester and Polyurethane, and they're like these angel male, like twink ass looking guys. Lies? No, that's the truth, dude. That is the absolute truth. But I'm very curious about their role in the story. Like the fact that they're these 2 dudes, and like, also apparently somebody pointed out that like polyurethane is like a material used to make condoms, which, come on, let's be real, that's kind of clever, and it makes sense in a show like Panty and Stocking. I mean, the characters' names are already kind of ridiculous, so it kind of makes a lot of sense when you think about it. Like, it fits so well and already in this like crazy ass universe. Oh my god, but I was laughing so hard. But in all seriousness, I actually am looking forward to that series. That's like a series I watched. I think it's a really funny series. Does he turn weapons? Does he turn condoms into weapons? Oh lord. Oh no, that's not that kind. That's a weird thing to think about. Oh my god. Give me 1 sec. I need to grab some tissues. My nose is acting up a bit. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Also, Charlie is staying forever. Thank you very much. Also, the weather, like right now it's springtime, so it's like the weather's been like, it's getting warmer, but it's still kind of windy. I don't mind. I honestly don't mind the spring weather, like especially like when it's like the sweater weather. I just hate when like the pollen gets everywhere. Oh my god, I'm just gonna ignore that comment. But yeah, like the only thing I'm not a fan of when it comes to spring is like the pollen, because like I get very sensitive to pollen. So like, you know what, I'm gonna make a new one of this. It's more easier that way. Oh yeah, we've officially hit like, well, we've been at the 1 hour mark, but that is nice. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that series. I'm looking forward to seeing how they're gonna play off. I'm looking forward to what kind of like ridiculous shit they're gonna show, because let's be real, Panty and Stocking is a very ridiculous ass show. Like you really don't watch it for the plot. It's like very ridiculous, but like in a way that's like fun and entertaining. Let me fix this other flower. All right. I see what you're going on about. Listen, you leave my poor bear alone. You're just jealous because you wish you were him. You wish you were him. That's why you're like saying these things about him. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna fix this flower completely. Oh my god, that comment. Like I said, I wanted to try for this stream to like spend like at least 3 hours, because like I said, I don't stream super often since I've been working on some like projects on the side that are like, it's like one of those projects that are on the side that it's like kind of secretive, but also like since I don't stream super often, I figure as a way to make it up, let me try to do like a very long stream. Wait, that was the least embarrassing one. Oh my gosh. All right. I mentioned this yesterday. I was originally thinking about streaming, but like yesterday I had like a dentist appointment where they had to like clean my teeth out and everything, and like I'm gonna be honest, I was so exhausted because I had to go early and I had to wait a long time just to like get somebody to see me. And like I ended up, when I came home, I just felt so tired, like so out of it already, that I was like, I'm not really like built for streaming. Thankfully, I did get like an extended night's sleep, so I feel a lot better today. And I'm gonna try to be a bit more conscious of like my energy, especially because so after the stream, I want to get like I want to have like lunch, but I also want to I also have to go out and like take care of a couple of things, so I'll probably do all that. And then after that, I have to like finish, well, not finish, but just work on some stuff on the side. Oh my god. Actually, you want to know something the dentist also told me? I have to like, apparently, I might have to go see they referred to me to someone that specializes specifically in gums, because apparently they noticed that my gums are like, what is it he said? Like my gums are a little bit deflated, and apparently like they're not like in a super bad state, but it's best that I get it checked, because apparently like that can expose my roots too much, and that could cause a lot of problems with my teeth in the future. So I gotta like look into that. And it's very like, oh my god. Dry sockets hurt like hell too. Oh no. Yeah. He said something like, I don't remember the exact words he said. All I remember he told me was like, apparently like my roots are a little bit too exposed, and like that's not good, because my gums have like either, I don't know if it was deflated or something happened, but like it's one of those things where like, oh, it like exposes your roots too much, and that's not a good thing, because that could lead to like a lot of teeth problems. So it's one of the reasons why he wants me, like, I have to go see a specialist. And it's weird too, because the last 2 appointments I've had, they told me that like, oh, I've been doing really well with my teeth and I haven't really changed anything. So I don't know, maybe I just ate something that really fucked with my teeth. Like, I don't feel a lot of pain, honestly. So, like, I don't know. All right, I need to put some music for myself. Okay, I get the joke. Like, okay. All right, let me see. I need to put something in. No, sorry, I was talking about my music. I need to put some music in, sorry. Sorry, you're right, that did sound kind of weird. Might be. Alright, I'm actually gonna make this a little... Let me make the change. Alright, let me fix this. Oh my god, you really had to make that reference. Jesus Christ. I didn't even notice that until you pointed that out. Oh Lord. Okay, let me see. I'm just swapping a different sound. Like I said, I'm kind of listening to my own thing while putting something in the background. You know what? Yeah, we'll put this on. So like you guys are hearing one sound and I'm hearing something different. Just because I know there's a way to do it on OBS. But I'll be honest, I still haven't figured out the way to do it. So I'm just doing it like the manual way, which is I have my iPad, I have YouTube, so I just select it manually. And then on OBS, you're just hearing a soundtrack that I put. I know there's a way to do it, but I still haven't figured out that way as of yet. Actually, I think there is a way to do it through sound sources because they do have an audio thing. But I think the problem is that, well, I guess if there was a way, actually, maybe there is a way where I can like mute it for myself. Actually, I think there is a way I could mute it for myself, but I would have to test it. I would have to test it like off stream. All right, let me get back to this. Just need to clean this up a little bit. All right, this looks fine. I just gotta do a little cleanup. Let me add this here. I'm gonna fix this here. Seriously, this rough pen is pretty good. Like, it has a nice, like, texture look, but it really works for this sketch. Actually, let me put it at my favorites. I have, like, a favorites here. I'm gonna just add that. Yeah, perfect. Like, I'm gonna use that as a future, for the future. All right. When cars fly. Oh my god. There we go. Okay, it's starting to get there. Perfect. Okay. Let me fix this tail up. All right, we are making progress. Like I said, I'm sorry if I'm quiet. I'm just like, I'm actually like, whenever I'm so focused on a piece, I tend to get kind of quiet. I know that's not like good streaming, but I figured like, you know what? I don't want to pressure myself to talk too much. How do they not get in the way? Honestly, I always kind of figured that, like, because you know how squirrel tails, they're like very fluffy, but the actual structure of it is actually very tiny. Like, they have a tiny like bone. So I figured that it kind of is like, it's very flexible. So like, it's one of those kinds of tails where like, I figured that it's actually so flexible and so thin in reality that like, it's almost like it's not really there. It's almost like hair. It's almost like hair, you know what I mean? Like it's like very flexible, very like Like, you can kind of put it through certain things, you know? So, like, I feel like it wouldn't really bother them too much. Especially with the way that the hair stands up. Okay. I'm just gonna redo these buttons. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. Okay. I also gotta be conscious about the music, just cause like I think the playlist I put for OBS is like 2 hours, so once we get to like the 2-hour mark, I have to like be conscious so that I don't end up with like the first 2 hours is like full of music and then the last hour is like nothing, you know? You don't want to take those buttons off stream. If I don't want to get banned on this platform, so yeah, don't want that. I'm also streaming this on YouTube, so yeah, I don't want to get banned on both platforms. God forbid. Just gonna redo that part because I think the original sketch of it wasn't the best, so I'm probably gonna just redraw that. Let me see. Let me put something I like. Yeah, I'll put this on. There we go. That is true. That is true. Honestly, I'm gonna confess, in this sketch, I made her like way modest. Cause I almost tried to make her like bigger in the chest department. And then I was like, it's not working out. She's just gonna be modest for this piece. Oh, hey. Oh, hey. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I have a YouTube. Welcome in on YouTube side. Yeah, I'm dual streaming on both YouTube and Twitch. Like mostly just so that I could have an easier like archive thing. But I also wanted to try like doing dual streams for like things like art and games. So hi, yeah, I'm like, I'm technically doing both, but yeah, like I do both. I'm currently, when it comes to streaming, I'm doing both YouTube and Twitch. So yeah, welcome on in, welcome on in. Right now I'm working on this piece that like every month since the beginning of this year, I've been trying to do like an illustrated piece. So I'm doing my OC Cindy and her mother and their gardening. Much better here, dude. Streaming is peak. So far, I haven't seen any big differences, but I will say what the dual streaming setup, I thought it was going to be way more complicated, but no, it's actually like fluid. Like, I mean, today I had to fix an issue, but thankfully the issue was like a minor fix. But yeah, like, I figured, like, you know what? Like, it's like people say, don't always hold all your eggs in one basket. So I figured, like, you know what? I have been wanting to stream on YouTube, or at least dual stream. So that's kind of how I'm setting it up. Plus, one thing I do appreciate about YouTube is that they archive your streams way better, whereas Twitch, there's like a limit to it. So like, I think now Twitch is being a little bit more strict about the archiving as well, even to like the highlights. So like, that's why I decided, you know what? I'm gonna just do dual streaming so that way, I know there is a method of automatically archiving your VODs to YouTube, but like, I figured just doing it like on stream would be a lot better. The only thing is I don't have a chat thing for YouTube. So the one you see on screen is the one from Twitch. So that's like the only downside, but like maybe in the future, depending on how things go with this channel, maybe I'll add a YouTube one as well. For sure, yeah, definitely. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm just doing some drawing. I'm trying to reach at least like 3 hours of drawing. I'm cleaning up this sketch that I did because I figured like rather than doing like a line art, I like the sketch. So I'm just cleaning it up and making it a little bit more cleaner so that when I get to the coloring, yeah, we get to the coloring and stuff. It's all cool. Yeah, feel free to hang out, chill out, draw as well. Enjoy the music. Also, I apologize if I go quiet all of a sudden. I'm like also listening to my own separate music, but also I'm like, sometimes I like concentrate a lot with this. So yeah, like I apologize if I suddenly like stop talking out of nowhere. Also, I'm like stretching a little bit because yeah, it's been like what, an hour and a half. Love a good drawing stream. Thank you. I haven't streamed often since I've been working on some other projects that are like kind of secret, but I figured with this, I don't mind people seeing like a preview of it. So I'm like, you know what? I might as well like stream this because then I can get work done and I can like do streaming, so it kind of kills 2 birds in 1 stone. But yeah, moving forward, every time I stream, I automatically set it up to like both Twitch and YouTube. Because as far as I'm aware of, like I think I don't think as long as like I think the copyright is like more or less the same, but like so as long as I abide to that, then it should be fine. That's how it goes with drawing, understandable. Yeah. This is mostly like a chill drawing stream, but I don't mind like doing a little chit chat. So you can tell from my voice that I haven't streamed often because like my voice is already kind of like wearing out a little bit, but I do have water here. All right, let me get this cleaned up. Yeah, so far this is, yeah, pretty much cleaned up. I just gotta get to this area down here and then, yeah, and then we could go into the coloring. I don't know what I'll do with the background just yet, but for the most part, I say let's just focus on coloring the main piece and we could figure something out with the background later. Yeah, I might as well make content out of work. That is true. That is absolutely true. Also, this was a perfect Sunday to do it, so I figured, yeah, you know what? Like, I don't schedule my streams as often as I used to, but I figured, you know what? This is a perfect Sunday to do that. Plus, for me, when I stream, like, and I'm doing drawing, it's easier for me to get, like, stuff done, you know? Like, it's easier for me to make progress on my drawing and on my work when I stream it. Because it's like, it's like at the very least, there has to be something happening at all times, so it's not complete dead air, you know? So it gives me an excuse to focus on drawing and not get like distracted or anything. That's why I actually really... Oh, sorry, I was just checking something. That's why I kind of like doing art streams, because it gets stuff productive, but you kind of have to be productive because obviously you don't want to just spend time where it's like, oh, nothing happens, you know what I mean? Because at least something is happening. So that's why I enjoy doing art streams, even if it's like just a chill, quiet, laid back stuff. It's like at the very least you're getting things done. Like here, I'm getting this piece done. Like I'm cleaning it up, and then since we're already like halfway through the 3-hour mark on this stream, I think I might have enough time to like color it and sort the colors out, and then probably the next time you'll see it, it might be fully done. But at the very least, like I don't expect this piece to get like completely done, but at the very least, if I can like get like, you know, the colors, like finish cleaning up the sketch, then that'll already take off like a huge load of the work done, and then it's just figuring everything else out. Like so. Just go back to that. I've been missing I've been missing your art stream. Hard to catch the VODs. I'm happy I have them on YouTube later if needed. Yeah, that's another thing. That's one of the reasons I started doing like the dual streaming, was because like, again, sadly Twitch has the problem where the VODs are only there temporarily. So I figure having like a channel where not only do I dual stream at the same time, but also it like the VOD is there forever. Like YouTube doesn't limit the VODs, it's there forever. So like that's one of the reasons I was like, yeah, like I might as well do it on YouTube. Plus it's easier for me to like dual stream it than to just export the VODs later on. I also need to like, one thing I also need to do is I have some shorts, not shorts, clips on Twitch that I gotta export them to YouTube as well. Cause I still have some old clips, but there's a couple of them that I would like to like keep around and just export them, especially because Twitch does, in recent times, they now have like a system where you could like make clips a little bit more streamlined. So might as well take advantage of that for things like YouTube. Oh no, she has shorts, or at least pants. Well, Sheila has like, she has like the full apron. It's Cindy that has like the little short aprons. So these are like the long, like the straight up not apron, overalls. That's what I meant. Like the long overalls. Oh my god, I can't word today. She loves more button up in this picture. Like I said, compared to the actual drawing reference, like I made her more modest. Mainly because when I tried to make her like a little bit like bigger, I was like, yeah, this isn't gonna work out. So she's a little bit more smaller here than she actually is, but we'll just say that the shirt and the overalls like tighten it up a bit. Or maybe she's wearing like one of those bras that are like very, it's like those bras that like really hides the chest a lot more. Like those tight, like not a binder, but like a tight sports bra. Because those actually do exist. If she leans towards it too much, oh my god. All right, I'm actually almost done with this. I just gotta like clean up this part here. Oh, let me fix this here. Okay, I think we're actually all set. Yeah, it's all clean now. I might, let's see. I'm just gonna fix a few minor things here that I noticed. There we go. Let me fix this here. All right, and save. Yeah, we got the piece done. Let me just fix this a little bit. And yeah, like we pretty much, yeah, we got the line art done. So now we could just focus on the coloring. All right, so we got that. Let's get the color out. I'm actually gonna start with, let's see, color. Let's save. I'm gonna do like a neutral color. You know what? I'll give them both. Actually, no, I'm gonna actually do like a, yeah, let's do a neutral color. I'm gonna do like this shade of gray. I just gotta make sure I get all the parts in it. And like I said, we'll figure out the background like later, just because like backgrounds can always be tricky for me, but I think I'll worry about that later. So I'm just gonna erase this, because we don't need this just yet. Okay, and then, oh, let me add this too. Oh, wait. There we go. Okay. And then I'm actually going to shrink this. Oh, right. The thing is up here. I had to mess with my settings a bit, so like some of the selections are like, I'm gonna shrink it a little bit so that it doesn't completely, the colors don't completely go through the thing. But yep, we're gonna add that neutral tone, and then we'll add their actual colors. We're gonna start with Cindy, which I have her reference up here. And then all I gotta do is do this, and then we're gonna, I'll see how filling it in works. Let me also do this. This isn't always the most concrete method, but for the most part, actually, you know what? Here, I'll do this because it's a little bit more precise. I just need my music playing. You know what? I'll play this. It's been a while. Okay. Okay, let me put this. I add a little bit of this. Nice. Oh, you know what? This has to be it. It would make sense. I'll fix that. I was gonna say, yeah, how much tension do the curls have? Oh no, they're tied back. They're pretty loose. There we go. I'll fix this part in a sec. There we go. Nice. There we go. There we go. Now we're making progress. Okay. All right, before I get to the rest, I'm just gonna do, oh, one more thing. Before I decide on the outfit colors, I'm gonna just do Sheila real quick. All right, now to get her colors. Oh, hey, it's actually been like 2 hours, but we got a lot done actually. Like probably, I think I don't expect myself to finish this piece before the end of the 3 hours, but if I can at the very least get the if I can at least, like, probably what I'll do is I kind of want to do like, I'm not sure if I'll do like a basic shading. That's always the hard part, is deciding like how am I gonna shade this. But then again, there's a method I did discover that kind of makes it a little bit more easier. That way I don't have to like worry about lighting and stuff. I might go with that method for the time being. All right, time to change music. Let's see. You know what? Yeah, let's put this one on. I like this one. So I'm like putting like some music on. All right. Oops. Oh, you know what? I forgot to add something. Hold up. There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I was missing. Just gonna add this. Need to grab her eye color. There we go. All right. Oh my god. Call her the Among Us. Oh my god, dude. All right. I'm gonna start with her little sun hat because I actually have a color in mind. Okay. I know what. Oh, actually, that works. Actually, wait, let me change this color a little bit. I'm not feeling the sun hat. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna use this. I'll change this green too. Oh my god. Well, actually, it's not a sun hat, it's a straw hat. Sorry, it's more of a straw hat. Okay, you know what? That actually is a nicer green. Okay. Alright, I think... Okay, I think for the overalls, we're gonna go for like a traditional blue. I think I'll give Cindy like a slightly lighter blue. And then we'll probably decide on the shirts. Yeah, like a nice blue. All right. Same thing with Sheila. Oh, that's a nice blue. All right. All right, they definitely gotta have like a brown gloves for because it's working. These are like, you know, gardening gloves. They make pretty colored gardening gloves. Well, to be fair, it kind of makes sense for gardening gloves to be more brown because Like if you're, especially like if you're gardening and you're like messing with dirt, it kind of makes sense. Like, yeah, like you're gonna have something that like, you're gonna have something that's like, you know, you're touching grass. You eyes. Oh my god. Oh, whoops. Oh, it's me. Oh, you know what it is? It's because I pressed the thing on the number pad. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Actually, I'm gonna look up something real quick. Okay, I need to look up something real quick. Harvest. Let's see. Here we go. I'm just looking up something real quick. All right, yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I think I know. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna go with. OBS? Okay, there we go. I was like, OBS? Okay. Let me go back to my music. All right, I don't want it to be too. I think. You know what? I think that's actually fine. To grow a truffle tree. This isn't the Lorax or whatever that movie is. What do they call the truffle trees in like the Lorax? Oh my god. You know what? Oh, that's cute actually. Wait. Oh, that's cute. The Luigi look. No, but it's cute though. It's cute. All right, the last thing. Actually, wait. I have a better idea. There we go. Okay, so we got the colors down. I'm actually gonna do something for the shading. Okay, I kind of imagine the shading. I'm actually gonna make a reference for that. This is just for like a quick. No wait, where's the thing? This is just for a quick reference. Okay, actually, I want to experiment with something. I know Clip Studio has like a feature. Where is it? I might as well just like use it as like a reference. Shading assist. There it is. I don't use it. I don't use this feature too often. I like making my own. Wait, what the fuck? Wait. Oh, wait a minute. I made a mistake. Hold up. Wait, why is that letting me use it? Wait, what? Oh, wait, let me try this. Okay, it's not letting me use shading assist because it has too many colors, so all right. You know what? I'll just do it the old-fashioned way then. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Wait. I'm actually gonna do something. I'm actually gonna do something. That I learned this trick and it helps me with like getting the shading done. So I'm actually gonna take all of this and revert it to gray again. And the reason I'm doing this, but this is a separate layer, I'm doing this because it's to help me a little bit with shading, because sometimes when it comes to colors, it hurts it sometimes with colors it can be a little tricky. Oh, wait a minute, that reminds me, you're right, hold on, there's one more thing I forgot to add. Hold on, you're right. Details. You're actually right, I did forget something. I gotta add the little tomatoes. Wait, those tomatoes. There we go. Now we have a reference of what she's planting. And actually, I might as well do this with the shirt. There we go. There we go. I just want. Alright. But we're actually gonna put this back in grayscale because now I'm actually gonna focus on shading. And this is something I've done beforehand. Also, actually, real quick, I think I'm gonna have to change the music. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. All right, let me actually change to a different playlist just to make it easier. There we go. So I'm gonna save. All right. So yeah, this is a technique I've kind of discovered, and it really helps with the shading. I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna go for a soft look. You know what? I like this one. Something that's like soft and texturedy, but not too like crazy with it. Yeah, this is actually perfect. And one thing I like about this technique is that it makes it easier to like just focus on like location of like the shading. Because sometimes when you're working with color, it can be a little bit like you get lost in the colors to the point where you kind of like mess up with the shading technique. But this kind of like allows it to be like, okay, I'm just gonna focus on the shading placement and then we can mess with the color scheme later. All right, let me put on some music. We're about almost 2.5 hours, so I could probably get the yeah, I could probably get some shading done. I like the soft look too, so I think this will work out. Also being very conscious of the light source. Make it small. Oops. Okay, I'm good. I'm not gonna shade the eyes just yet because I have something planned for the eyes, so I'm gonna skip that. All right, sun change. Yeah, you know what? Sure, we'll do that. All right, time for the tail. All right. Okay, there we go. Actually looks kind of cool in grayscale with the shading. Yeah, it really does help. I kind of, as somebody that sometimes struggles with shading and placement of shading, doing a grayscale actually helps a lot because it removes like, because I think sometimes when you color something, you become so, you become so overwhelmed with the color that trying to find like something that fits it can be a lot. So I've learned in recent times that the easiest way to deal with this problem is to just I find that like by making everything grayscale and then focusing on that, it helps you focus on like making sure that the shading looks right, because you could always edit the colors of the grayscale later. Just, it's like you want to get the placement right, and then you can you want to get the placement right first, and then you could edit the colors later. Nah, your shading is fine. Don't be so hard on yourself. Your shading is fine. Like I said, this is a technique that does help. So like, especially for like digital coloring, like I know obviously when it's traditional, you can't really do too much with it without having to edit things like digitally, but like this technique has helped me. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I'll do this technique because this actually does help me out a lot. I'm gonna remove this and then add this instead. All right. Oh, I forgot I can do this. Like I said, we'll edit that. We'll mess with the colors later. And I do want to harmonize the colors, but we'll do that. I'll do that after I settle with the background. Once I know what background I want to get, then I'll focus on harmonizing the colors a little more. Because I'll admit the colors don't look completely... Excuse me, the colors don't look 100% intact. But later, I'll probably I'll focus on harmonizing it. Actually, wait, let me do something. Gotta grab this. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Let me make sure the placement is better. I'm gonna blend this a little bit. I think it was this that I used. Just to make this make a little bit of sense. Okay, there we go. Oh boy, my dog is barking. That either means she sees a neighbor or somebody's home. I think what I'll probably do is, so I got like half an hour left, so I think the best course of action of what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna try to just get like the shading done, and then I'm debating if maybe tomorrow, even though tomorrow is a work day and usually it's hard for me to get stuff done during work, I was thinking of maybe, like, since I only have to get like the shading and then the highlights done, maybe I could like work on this throughout the week. Maybe I'll stream it, maybe I might not. It'll depend on how I feel. But I will say that so far, I am enjoying how it's coming out. And like I said, I really do enjoy doing art streams a lot. So I'm glad I'm able to get at least like progress done. Like I said, I wasn't expecting me to finish this on stream, but I'm glad that I'm like, you know what? I'm committing to 3 hours, so that's like the important thing. All right, this one I haven't. Let's get a big brush. I'm gonna switch some music. Gotta get that watering can done. Gonna make this really dark. Actually, I want to test something. I want to test something. Oh, okay, so that's how I can make it darker. I'll leave it at that for now. We'll mess with that later. All right. Actually, it would make sense to have her right here because of the sun. Alright. Okay, and then this, yeah, this, I can do this. I'm gonna save that. I'm just selecting some music. Alright, I know what to do with this. Hat. Or straw hat. There we go. Oh, that was close. Alright, there we go. Alright. There we go. Oops. Alright, let's see. You know what? I'll put that on you. Oops. Alright, now I get the tail. There we go. Okay. Okay. Keep switching the sizes. There we go. There we go. I'm actually gonna do this. Gonna get this here. Alright, I got like, I got time left. I'll do what I can. I already made a lot of progress today. So, yeah. I'll just keep going as much as I can until the 3-hour mark. And they'll pull the plug on her. Oh my god, that's so dark, dude. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna redo this one. All right. All right. She's sunburned. Just make an edit where she gets sunburn. Actually, I'm almost done with the shading, so maybe I'll just like... I wouldn't mind extending it if it means doing the shading. Oh, I actually forgot to do it on this one too. Actually, these unshaded because I have a plan for that. She would keep this modest look. Honestly, this outfit is pretty cute though, I'm not gonna lie. Oh. Sorry, my mom's calling me. I'll call her in a little bit. I'm almost gonna wrap up anyways. Okay, no. Sorry about that. My mom is on the phone. And like... Oh my god. I mean, I'm about to finish up anyways, so I'll... She just needed to ask a question about something, so I'm just like, okay. But I'm almost done. I'm actually... Yeah, like, we got like, what, 5 minutes? And I think I can just finish this up. And I think, yeah, and that'll leave us at a good spot because that basically puts it where, like, okay, the shading is done. Now we just have to worry about, you know what, yeah, I can put this away. Wait. Like, the shading is just about done. Yeah, 3-hour stream. 3 hours later, we actually cleaned up a sketch, colored it, and got the shading done. Like I said, depending on how I feel, because obviously I work full-time throughout the week, I wouldn't mind, like, working on more, like, art streams. Especially now that I have sort of, like, a good flow with it. If I can just figure out, like... If I can just figure out, sort of, like, the audio setting. But yeah, this is what I have so far, so... We pretty much cleaned up a sketch and we shaded. So this is kind of what it looks like without it. So obviously it doesn't, like, obviously the grayscale doesn't really fit it well, but my idea was, like, here, I could even do a quick sample. Is like, for example, let's say I choose, like, I don't know, this orange. And then, like, just to show an example, like, if I filled this whole thing with an orange, like, obviously it's gonna change the color of it. Obviously, I will play around with it. It's not going to be completely orange, but the idea was that by doing it like this, it's supposed to... You know what? I'll just leave it like this. By doing it like that, it's going to help me with, like, knowing, like, where the placement is, and then I'm just going to mess around with it manually. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up here. Let me clear this out. But yeah, thank you for everyone who has joined in. Like I said, oh, you know what? Actually, there's one more thing I could do. Wait, before we end this, I'm actually gonna make the line art color a different color because, I personally, I don't like using permanent black. I actually like using like a nice soft brown, or like, it's like a brown where it's very subtle, where it's like, it's not completely black, but it's like a dark brown. Because I feel like it gives it a little bit of a nicer look to it. And I'll probably mess more with it later on. But like I said, thank you guys for joining me on this. Like I said, my streaming schedule, I've been working on a lot of side projects, so that's one of the reasons I haven't been able to stream much. One project is, hopefully if things work out well, there's one project that should be done next month. So like, I think next weekend I'm actually gonna dedicate it to like trying to get like some stuff done for it. And then hopefully by April, like by the end of April, it should be complete. Like I have a lot of things I'm currently working on behind the scenes, but one of them should be done like next month. And yeah, like we'll see how things go throughout the week. I mean, we're already like what, almost at the end of the month. So like, I'm hoping I should be able to get this done. And like I said, we'll see how the week goes by, because like work can be a little bit stressful sometimes. But let's see, in the meantime, okay, since my mom needs me, I'm actually gonna just wrap it up here. So like, yeah, thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on Twitter. I'll keep you guys updated. Like I said, I'm also dual streaming both Twitch and YouTube at the very least, so that YouTube, I can have like the VODs available and everything like that, so that you can watch at any time. It's actually helps me out a lot. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. I really did appreciate this. I'm glad I dedicated like the 3 hours to working on this. And yeah, I will see you guys. I will see you guys in the next one. So I will see you guys then. You guys take care. Bye, everybody. Bye bye.